What's up, everyone? Irving TV, Double I TV, whatever you guys want to call me, as long as it's nothing disrespectful. Because if it gets disrespectful, then oh, you know what? What should we do, Dusty? Oh gosh, why do I keep doing that? Steven, I'm sorry. But Steven, what do you think we should do to them? What do you think we should do to them? Do what? That big lawnmower box that's behind us? We should throw it on their head? You think we should throw it on their head? I'm down for it. So if it gets disrespectful, then me and Steve's gonna throw this big lawnmower box that's behind me upside y'all head. And I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Squirrel Moments, the podcast. We are on episode 19, and today's date is July the 16th, 2022. How we doing today, Steven? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Dusty. I mean, both of y'all fur balls. I mean, come on. If y'all don't know, Dusty is my rabbit. But yeah, how we doing today, y'all? And just to let y'all know, the if you're watching the video version, yes, you can see the lawnmower, the Craftsman box behind me. I promise y'all, there's no lawnmower in there. It's just some kitchen stuff, some cleaning supplies, and all that kind of stuff. That's what's in there. I think I have told y'all. I'm working on moving close to the end of the year, so I just been buying stuff. I just been been buying stuff and all that kind of good stuff. So I've already bought. I just bought a new bed the other day. Well, I bought a new mattress. Hold on, what am I hearing? What are those sounds that I'm hearing? Oh, you know what? It's the soda cans that I got. I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm having a huge squirrel moment. But anyway, yeah, I just bought a bed. A new mattress, some of the best sleep I've gotten in a while. Oh, that mattress is so comfortable. And I ain't gonna tell you how much I paid for it. I didn't pay that much for it, but yeah. Of course, I bought kitchen appliances such as a microwave. I bought a toaster, all that kind of stuff, and then I bought some furniture. I bought of course, I said the mattress before. What else did I get? Also got a dining room table. I got an entertainment stand, and I got a coffee table. So I basically got almost everything that I need to move out, with the exception of a couch. But I'm gonna wait till closer time for me to move, so that way I ain't gotta worry about storage. Cause the other stuff that I got that I mentioned, other than the bed, I got the one that you have to put together yourself. Because that way I don't gotta worry about storage. I just gotta put the box in the attic and call it a day. So yeah, so this box that's behind me got cleaning supplies, got utensils such as kitchen utensils, again, spatulas, silverware, cleaning products, all that kind of stuff. That's in that box. So toilet paper, paper towels, all the stuff, that's what's in that box. So yeah, that's what's behind me, and I'm all over the place. Again, I'm all over the place. I don't even think I took my medicine today. Y'all don't know, I have ADHD. That's why I call the podcast Squirrel Moments, because squirrel. But I don't even know, and I'm kind of scared to take my medicine because I felt like I took it, but at the same time I felt like I didn't take it. So I might be all over the place today. You ever had that moment you forget, you're not sure if you did something or not, and because it's medicine, I don't want to take it. Accidentally took it twice because I've done that before, and it just, nothing crazy happens. It just I get a little paranoid about it. But anyway, yeah, so what do we have to talk about today? Oh, before I get that far, I appreciate everybody that's been watching my podcast. If you've been watching the video versions, which is on youtube.com/iIrvingTV. If you've been listening to the audio version, which is on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, I appreciate everybody that's watching, that's listening, that drop comments, that I don't think people have rated my podcast yet on the other platforms. I think the video version, of course, you got the likes and the thumbs up and the comments and all that kind of stuff. But either way, I appreciate all the support that I get, y'all. I really do. And again, I'm always gonna say this. I enjoy doing this. When I say I enjoy doing this, let me tell you something real quick. I just got off a Discord meeting with my aunt, right? Because she wants to do a podcast, and we literally was talking for like an hour. I was showing her how to use OBS. I was telling her what equipment to use and whatever. And I took I took, a lot of pride in it because, again, and I was telling her this. I enjoy this. I enjoy doing what I do. There's moments that's gonna be frustrating, but I enjoy every single bit of it. Like even like the editing part. My least favorite part of this is editing, but even then, I find joy in editing. Some type of joy editing. Just the whole process. I enjoy the whole process. That's why I trust the process. I'm enjoying the process and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just gonna keep going up and up from there. And that's another reason why I'm moving too, because I literally want to do this more often. And again, I live with my father, so I have to respect the rules in the house. I can't be making a whole bunch of noise late at night, this, that, woo, 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 woo. So that's why I'm getting my own place, so I can step up the content. I can do much more and give y'all much more, because like I said, I enjoy this, and I know the people that watch me, I know I don't have a lot of followers, but the people that do watch me, that come across my content, they really enjoy it. So I just want to give y'all the best of the best, and that's my objective, is to give y'all the best of the best. So yeah, again, I appreciate everybody that listens, that watches, however y'all show support. Everybody that's following my social medias, which everything is Irving TV. I got an Instagram, which I'm the most active on. Twitter, which I'm starting to get more active on again. I do have a Facebook page, a public Facebook page. Of course, YouTube, obviously, and I have TikTok. So yeah, and I also been dropping videos on TikTok as well, and I got a lot more that's coming. I just gotta edit it, because if y'all don't know, the XXL magazine for 2022 came out, and they got the freestyles and all that kind of stuff. Well, I reacted to them on while I'm streaming. I finally put the video together, and it took me a couple days to do, but it's finally up. If y'all haven't watched it already, go ahead and watch it on my channel. And after I finish recording this podcast, I'm gonna go stream, and I'm gonna react to the ciphers, because the ciphers is funny. I'm sorry. Ever since the one with like Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert and all of them, 21 Savage, the ciphers are funny now. They're just funny. They're just pure entertainment. Ain't that right, Steven? Yeah, and a lot of them be garbage too. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Yo, y'all need to watch that video. I put some work into that video. It's like 40 something minutes, so it's long. I'm not gonna lie, it's long, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, I didn't even have that part of the show notes, but you know what though, I love how naturally just start talking about that stuff, because anything that's natural, I love it. This is how it's supposed to be. Things supposed to be natural. So well, yeah. What was the first thing? So first section, the first part of the podcast, I call it a catch up. That's when I start talking about, stuff that I did within the last week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever, or however much time has passed, what I did over the weekend, all that kind of stuff. Whoop, 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 whoop. All that kind of stuff. And me and my family did another brunch. Now, the last two episodes of the podcast, I've been talking about me and my family hanging out, doing brunch, whatever. But this time, it was my job. It was my turn to host the brunch. So, you know what you did? You know what I did? I did waffles. But the thing is, I ain't just do regular waffles. I did homemade waffles, yes. But I also had like toppings. I had fruit available. I had like icing, all that kind of stuff, sprinkles. So I asked my family, what kind of waffle y'all want? And I made the waffle for them and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, man, I actually have a picture of it. So, I'm gonna put it on Instagram, because I meant to put it on Instagram the other day and I never did. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and post that. But yeah, it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. Just, of course we had the mimosa, so we was a little toe up. But this time we did it at my mom's house, so we had a little bit more fun. And my mom's house is not that far from my dad's house. So yeah, I didn't get drunk. I didn't really get drunk. I got a little buzz, but again, drinking is not really my thing. But I did get a buzz, and the only reason why I didn't get drunk is because I came home later that day and I went ahead and streamed. So that was the reason why I didn't really get too toe up, because I wanted to stream. So, and y'all know how much streaming is important to me. I didn't want to go to the stream starting off toe up. Usually, if I decide to drink on stream, which I don't do a lot, I want to start sober and then get there. Steven, do you drink? Good. Yeah, you don't need to drink. Like I said, I don't even drink that much myself. I used to drink a lot back in the day, like, well, I'm 28, but still. Like, I used to drink a lot back in the day. Like, when I say I used to drink a lot back in the day, it was almost every day, but I've cut back a lot. Like I said, I don't even like the taste of alcohol, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even like the taste of alcohol. Like, for me to drink, it can't just be straight alcohol or liquor. It gotta be a flavor to it. That's why I like wine coolers. I also like mixed drinks and stuff like that. I don't want to taste the alcohol. The only exception is Fireball. Even then, I haven't drunk that in a while. I don't even do Fireball anymore. So if somebody give it to me, of course. But I put it this way: I don't really buy alcohol. Like I said, I might get a bottle of wine or whatever, or I might get a bottle of champagne just to have the mimosas. But that's about it. I don't really drink that much. Nowhere near as much as I used to. Like, I used to, like, every week I get a 6-pack of Mike's. And if you don't know what Mike's is, they are wine coolers, but it's much more alcohol in there. So once you drink about 2.5 bottles, you good. So yeah, I don't really drink that much anymore. So like I said, only on occasions I might drink a little bit when I'm on stream. And even then I kind of feel weird about it. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's something I don't want to be. You know how some people, their main thing is they get drunk or they drink or they smoke and then they do their stuff or whatever. I don't want to be that type of content creator. It's like, okay, we'll do it on occasions here and there, but I don't want to be dependent on like something like that in order to have fun and create content. Like, for example, like there's this podcast, this hip hop podcast called Drink Champs with the rapper Nori and DJ EFN or Effin. I forgot exactly how you say his name, but it's a good podcast. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of drinking in there. Of course, that's why it's called Drink Champs. And I never want to have content. And this is not me knocking their podcast, because it's good when they're not when Nori's not interrupting people. Because I swear that's all he do is interrupt people. He does it less, but he still does it, and it's especially when they start getting more drunk. He does it. It's kind of annoying, but it's a good podcast, nevertheless. I just don't want to depend on like alcohol or smoking or anything like that to make good content. I like making content better sober. It's fun, from time to time, but it's just not me. It's just not me to do it on a constant basis. So, but yeah. And then another thing that happened not too long ago. So again, I mentioned my rabbit Dusty, right? Now, for the longest, ever since I got him, I haven't really taken him anywhere other than the vet a few times, in which, really, I'm not going to say you're not supposed to take your rabbit out, but it's always recommended that, rabbits are house pets. You're supposed to keep them indoors or whatever like that. You can take them outdoors, but you have to be very careful with it, whatever. And, they don't like being picked up and all that kind of stuff. I finally decided to take him out the house, because I ended up going to my friend's house. I was supposed to only go there for like 10-15 minutes, and I ended up being there for like an hour or two. But I ended up taking him to my friend's house, and they have a cat, and then my friend's sister had a turtle. She was giving it away that day, but there was a turtle also there as well. So they're literally in the living room just walking around each other and this, that, and whatever. And the reason why I want to bring that up, because I be feeling bad sometimes, because it's just most of the time it's just me and Dusty. I mean, yes, my dad's in the house, but Dusty's in my room for the most part. He's in the room or he's in the hallway. So he don't get interactions with other people other than me. And I know he gets annoyed of me at times, especially with me working home now. I'm bothering him even more. So sometimes I know I be annoying him at times. So I just walk in the room like, "What you doing, Dusty? What you doing?" And I just pet him, and mess with him. I try not to pick him up too much, but come on, man, he's cute. How can you resist picking him up? Like, but rabbits don't like to be picked up because they're natural prey animals, and they like their feet planted to the ground. So if you pick them up, they kind of freak out a bit, because now they have lost control of whatever, and if their feet is planted to the ground, that's when they have control. But once they lift it up, it's like they're being picked up by like a hawk or something like that. So I'm just glad I got him out to interact with not just other people, but with other animals as well. And everything was friendly for the most part. It was funny. The cat was like staring at Dusty the entire time, like, "What are you doing? What is this in my house? This is my territory. I don't know what this thing is." Like she literally just like the entire time just staring at Dusty, like, and Dusty, like, for the most part, he was just chilling under the chair. After a while, he got comfortable. He started going around, walking around, and all that kind of stuff. But it was good. I was just glad because I was a little worried for Dusty because, like, for a good 2-3 weeks, he was just sitting in the corner the entire time, almost the entire time. Except when he go eat, but then he'd just sit down. But lately, he's been more energetic. He's been playing more often and all that kind of stuff. So I was a little worried for him at first. I thought he might have been depressed or sick or something. But he's been playing around the last couple of days, so I'm good. Like I said, when it comes to me and Dusty, I always call Dusty my child. Like, and I know some people have a way when they feel like when people say, "Oh, their animal is their child" or whatever. Dusty is my child. Now, obviously, he's not like my actual child or anything like that. I know that's a whole other ball game, but come on, like, shoot, I ride for Dusty, just like I'll ride for you, Steven. You're not my pet, you're my partner, but I'm just saying I will ride for you. You know what I'm saying, right? Good. As long as you know that, I ride for you. If somebody came up here right now and be like, "Hey, yo, let's get the stuffing out of him." Oh, yeah, they getting clapped. I'm gonna be like Ja Rule up here. We're gonna clap back. We're gonna clap back. We're gonna clap back. I am not condoning any violence, y'all. I do not condone violence. I want everything to be peaceful. I want to always find peaceful solutions. That being said, I am anti-violent, but I am pro-Second Amendment. That's all I'm going to leave it at. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Anyway, moving on. Now this unfortunately is some sad news. This is kind of some sad news. So do y'all know the anime Yu-Gi-Oh, right? The one about the card game and all that kind of stuff. I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh. Unfortunately, I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know exactly when, but the creator, his name is, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but I'm gonna say his name the best way I can. Takahashi, Kazuki Takahashi. I'm just gonna call him KT. Rest in peace to KT, man. Like, that man is a legend. Like, it was sad when I heard that because as a kid, I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh. When I say I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh, I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh. I had, I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Matter of fact, I still have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. I have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I still have my dual disc, actually. And I'm gonna show y'all in a second. But yeah, I actually went to 2 Yu-Gi-Oh conventions before, and I bought, I remember buying God cards before. There was the real one. It cost me like $30 just to get the one. So yeah, I went to conventions. I didn't do no actual tournaments. We did like practice tournaments and all that stuff, but it was fun. It was definitely fun. It's like, I always talk about, different animes I grew up with, such as like Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, all that stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh will always be in the back of my mind. Like, one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monsters / cards was Dark Magician Girl. I was a kid. She was bad. No, I remember one year, and you can ask my brother this. Raheem was there to witness this. I remember one on my birthday, my dad gave me those decks you could buy in the tin cans, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I remember he bought me a deck, but it had the Dark Magician Girl in there. And I'm just screaming, "Yes! Dark Magician Girl! I finally got it! Yeah! Matter of fact, I'll be right back. I'm going to show y'all my cards real quick. Keep them entertained, Steven. What y'all talking about here, Steven? What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about eating booty up in here? Y'all eating booty up in here? Steven treating y'all right? Are y'all treating Steven right? That's the most important question. But look, I got my dual disc. This thing is very dusty. Pun intended. Hold on. Let me put my headphones back in. Ugh. Yeah. Got my dual disc. I don't know if the battery's probably dead. Yeah, the battery is probably dead. But yeah, y'all see this. Still in good condition for the most part. I wonder if it still really works. This is neutral mode. Yep, still works. Still works. And then of course, I have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards right here. My main deck right here. And I have my extra cards right here. And I think I still have more cards somewhere. I don't know what. Oh no, I gave them to my nephew. I think I gave them to my nephews. See, oh yeah, of course I have some cards in here. And what's funny is I was so obsessed with Slifer the Sky Dragon, which was the God cards, that I have two fake ones. This the fake. This is the fake one right here, and then this is the fake one. This is one I try to make myself. I was obsessed at the time. Yeah, but anyway, I got different cards in here. Yep. Oh man. And I remember my next door neighbors, well, my previous next door neighbor, because they've been moved a long time ago. They used to always, like, when the kids used to go over there, they had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so we used to play each other Yu-Gi-Oh card. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And then the last time I actually played a game of Yu-Gi-Oh, it was against my brother, and I beat him. He won't admit it to it, but I beat him. He thought he was gonna beat me, but I beat him. But yeah, I got. Y'all can see. I got my cards, my deck. This is my, like I said, this is my, I ain't gonna show y'all all of it, but oh yeah, where's my Dark Magician girl at? Where my Dark Magician girl at? Where's my Dark Magician girl? Injection Fairy Lily. You're a Lord of Searing Flames. This is like the other God cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I believe. Where's my Dark Magician girl at? Did you take my Dark Magician girl, Steven? Whatever. Oh, I forgot I had a red ass black dragon. Yep, got red ass black dragon. Hold on. Show you a red ass black dragon. It's probably blurry, and I don't feel like messing with the focus right now. I really don't. Hold on. What else? I know I got Dark Magician girl somewhere here. Celtic Guardian. Of course, a whole bunch of magic and trap cards. Shoot. I know I have Dark Magician girl somewhere here. Come on. Nope. I'm not. Nope. I'm not gonna drop this until I find her. You know what? I know where she at. I think I know where she at. She's in one of my card covers. Yeah, she gotta be. Hold on. Yes, I am going to my Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and I used to have a lot more cards, but again, I gave some of my cards to my nephews. Ooh, Duel Masters. Who remember Duel Masters? I was obsessed with Duel Masters too. I remember Duel Masters. Excuse me. Come on. Where is she? Where is she? Where is the? Come on, I could have sworn I have her. I just don't know where she's at. I didn't sell her neither. And if I did, I probably got some good money for it. Why do I have a Naruto card? Oh yeah, that's when I bought Storm. I know I have Dark Magician girl somewhere. She might be in my book. I might have another book somewhere. I don't know. I know I have her. I know for a fact that I have her. I don't know. But the point of the matter that the point that I'm making is rest in peace to KT. That he definitely made something. You know. Again, I used to spend a lot of money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That was my thing back in the day. And man, it was sad when I heard that he passed away. And from what I heard, I didn't do too much research on how he died, but from what I read, from what I heard, whatever, from the little research that I done, he basically drowned. They found his body in the water or something like that, and I don't want to get too much details, but long story short, he drowned. So that's what happened, and it's also sad. It's sad when anybody dies, but that was Yu-Gi-Oh was literally my childhood. And again, like I said, I literally, like, this card that I have right here, I tried to make a bootleg Slife for the Sky Dragon because I didn't have the money at the time to get him. So what I did was I had this trap card, because trap cards are like red purplish. I printed out Slifer like a card, whatever. I printed it out on the printer and taped it in, glue it on here. So, yo, y'all can clown me all y'all want, but hey, I was a kid that didn't have money at the time. So, oh yeah, and I remember the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie that came out. I told y'all the story before. I don't like going to the movies, but those was one of those few times I wanted to go to the movies. And I remember my dad, he took me to the movies to go watch it. And then he got me the actual movie. He got me the DVD. So I watched it a couple of times. So it was, oh yeah, this make me want to go back and watch Yu-Gi-Oh again. At least GX. Because I haven't finished, I never got the chance to finish GX. So what was the other one? It was 5Ds. Yeah, it was 5Ds. It was the one that was on the motorcycle. I thought that one was cool. I liked it, that one. I thought that was awesome. You know, people might say it was corny. I thought it was awesome. So, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was around that time. You had Beyblade, Digimon, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was sad when I heard that. Do you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, Steven? Or that was before your time? That was before your time, right? But you heard of it, right? Okay. Yeah, so rest in peace to KT. And the reason why I'm calling KT again, because I don't want to butcher his name, I want to put some respect on his name. Like Birdman requested, put some respect on his name. But let me drink some water real quick, and then we're going to get to our stories, because we're almost 30 minutes in, so. It is important to hydrate, y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying this. My health is really important to me. My health is really important to me because, and I told this story before, I used to work in a pharmacy. I was in a pharmacy technician. I was in that field for like 5-6 years. And of course, you don't get burnt out quick. The turnover rate is high, but it's very stressful. But, excuse me. One of the things I noticed was people's health, and a lot of medicines that people was picking up, most of the stuff was preventable, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and I'm talking about type 2 now. It was a lot of things that could have been avoided, but so I'm very obsessed I'm not gonna say obsessed when it comes to my health, because if I was super obsessed, I probably would have lost all this weight by this point. But I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. See, the thing is, since I'm not, and I'm having a squirrel moment right now because I'm supposed to be going to the stories. But again, I don't think I took my medicine today. Squirrel moment, Steven moment. What up, Steven? All right, I'm focused. Don't yell at me. Jeez, I you know what? But I appreciate you for keeping me online. But please don't yell at me. But I'm gonna finish this up real quick. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, my health. Yeah, my health is important to me. Like I said, I'm not obsessed with my health because again, I'll be much smaller. But I'm trying. And me not working at Amazon no more, me working from home, I'm not getting as much exercise as I used to. But I do walk almost every day, and I do small exercises while I'm working. So I'm definitely trying. My problem is my eating habits, which I've gotten better on. But literally, my weakness is sweets. When I say my weakness is sweets, yesterday I ate 2 birthday cake cupcakes, and I ate a bag of Sour Patches, and then today I got a Blizzard from Dairy Queen. My other eating habits are fine. As far as like my amounts, like I don't splurge on food as much as I used to. I don't stuff my face as I used to. Nowhere near. I don't eat as much fast food, so I'm definitely doing good on that department. So, but yeah, and then especially I'm getting up in age now. I mean, granted, I'm only 28, but at that age, that's when you start seeing health problems such as blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. I've been keeping up with my blood pressure. Of course, I have my watch right here that kind of keep up with that stuff. And my doctor, she's been kind of concerned about my blood pressure because the same medicine I was talking about, my ADHD medicine, is a stimulant, so it can raise up the blood pressure a little bit and raise that heart rate a little bit. So she's concerned about my blood pressure, which that's her job. That's what she's supposed to do. So she's been lighting the fire under my ass about my health and all that stuff, and I've been lighting the fire under my own ass. So yeah, so I've been walking almost every day now. So, but anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get to the story. Let's get to the stories. And the first story, I thought my mouse went dead. The first story I got for y'all. Apparently, now, y'all know I like Halo, right? Y'all know I like Halo. That's like one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, right? Of course, you have Mass Effect, Gears, blah, 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 blah. But Apparently, a Halo fan uses over 17,000 Lego bricks to recreate a Halo map. Yes, you heard it right. Over 17,000. And this article is from Gamertag, and it reads as follows, and it was posted on July the 5th. So this one is a bit old, but yeah. Let me get that pulled up. There we go. Yep. So Halo fan uses about 17 Lego bricks to make incredible recreation of Xanibar. Think how you say it? Xanibar? Yep, Xanibar. Xanies. No, we don't do drugs right here. A dedicated Halo fan managed to meticulously, recreate one of the most iconic Halo multiplayer maps using nearly 17,000 Lego pieces. So, yeah. Over the last 2 decades, Halo has captivated countless players all over the world. Since the advent of Halo Combat Evolved, the franchise has managed to reach extraordinary heights, spanning numerous entertainment mediums besides video games. As a result, fans of Halo has latched onto various different facets presented throughout the series. I think I said that right. From the different types of Spartan helmets to specific multiplayer maps. If there's one component of Halo that has remained consistent across the series, it's multiplayer. For many fans of the franchise, the multiplayer of Halo is one of the strongest elements the series has to offer, and a large reason why that's the case is the large variant in map selection. With so many memorable multiplayer maps spanning over several franchise entries, some certainly stand out more than others. This led one fan to diligently recreate one of the most memorable maps in the entirety of Halo using a surprising method. Over on Reddit, a user named Benji's Builds. I'm just gonna say Benj. It's BENJS build. Managed to recreate the Xanibar map from Halo 2 using Lego pieces. According to the user, and mind you, let me make this disclaimer real quick. Majority of the stories that I have today, I didn't read all of them, so this is gonna be like legitimate. Like, you're gonna get like my actual reaction from them. So this is my first time looking at it. And hold on, let me finish reading this real quick. We're gonna take a bigger look at it. Halo 2, according to the user, the creation took almost 17 pieces. So it's not over, it's almost 17,000 pieces to build, and the finished product is quite the sight to behold. Practically all the scenic landmarks and aspects of Xanibar are included in its recreation. So yeah, after 3.5 months, it took them 3.5 months. Look at that, y'all. Matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna put this on full screen real quick. Ooh. Hey, yo, that's amazing. You know what? As a kid, I don't remember if I played Legos as a kid, but I didn't really collect them as much. I think because I didn't feel like building them. But now that I'm older, I want to get into Legos. But yeah, that's dedication right there. That's dedication. Wow, Zanzibar is originally a Halo 2 map. It also got an updated version in Halo 3 called Last Resort. Yep. Given the similarities between the two maps, as well as the top-down perspective of the Lego build, it's hard to know which version of the map the creation pulls from the most. In any case, it's still an impressive creation that can only benefit further from a couple of Spartan minifigures to populate the map. Yep. I don't feel like reading all that. Yo, that's dedication though. Let me tell y'all something real quick. If somebody's dedicated to do something, you could do some incredible things, and that's just ultra proof right there. Again, it took them 3.5 months. I don't think I had the patience for that. Like, I had patience. I don't think I had the patience for that. You have to be really dedicated and passionate to do something like that. Like I said, 3.5 months. I would have been upset and frustrated after 2 days, if that 2 hours. What you think, Steven? Right, especially if they get on the floor and then you step on them barefoot. Ooh, that is a pain I don't wish on my worst enemy. You I don't want nobody to step on the Lego barefoot. Do you know how? Ooh, that is one of the most painful things ever. So, anyway, let's get on to our next story. So, Our next story is about excitement over a video game about action figures. Y'all heard that right. Excitement over a video game about action figures. So, this story is from Kotaku.com. And it reads as follows. And it was posted on the 5th of July. So, why everyone's suddenly obsessed with a 2-year-old game about action figures? Hypercharge, which is the name of the game, is already out on PC and Switch, but you wouldn't know it from the studio's marketing. And you see some of the gameplay on here from this GIF. Or is it GIF or GIF? I always get them mixed up. Over the past week, the gaming world has been obsessed with an indie shooter coming to Xbox, treating it with a fever, whatever, and wildfire social media metrics. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me drink this water real quick. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyway, a forthcoming AAA tentpole. But here's the weird part. This game's already out. It's been playable on multiple platforms for years. You may have heard of Hypercharge Unboxed, a wave-based shooter that casts you as an action figure pitted against a ton of other action figures. Big Toy Story vibes here. Yep. It also gives me Army Man, Sarge, y'all remember Army Man? And then Sarge Heroes and all that stuff when you play as the little Army Man, the plastic. Y'all remember the toy Army Man, the green plastic wax? Y'all remember those? Come on now. Developed and self-published by Digital Cyber Cherries, Hypercharge does a lot with a little marrying both first and third person shooting with base building elements and childhood inspired environments. It's also multiplayer, sporting both online and in a sadly but rare, much appreciated boom local co-op. Nice co-op, local co-op. It's slept on nowadays because most people don't play on the together on the same console that much anymore. We all play online, but I still love playing on the same console, playing split screen. By most accounts, Hypercharge is a pretty damn good, sporting a very positive 91% rating on Steam. Wow. Here's a brief summary via Kotaku Zach Z. I ain't gonna try to say the name. Who wrote positively about the game 2 years ago. The basic gameplay loop has you break out of your toy packaging and then you search around a map for tokens, which you use to buy defenses and upgrades to help protect your energy stations. After a few minutes, a wave of enemy attacks. You fight them back and then get another few minutes to search for more loot and build more defenses. It's not terribly new or fresh spin on this type of gameplay, but what is here solid. Oh my gosh. Guns feel good, enemies react when you shoot them, and movement is fast and snappy. It definitely looks good. Why did that character look like Ryu? Look like Ryu from Street Fighter. Though it was first released in early access 5 years ago, Hypercharge saw a full release for Switch and PC in 2020, but you wouldn't immediately glean that from the game's official feeds, which could easily be read by a casual observer to indicate the game isn't out yet. On Twitter specifically, Hypercharge has picked up the sort of buzz typically reserved for big budget games, thanks to what appears to be a shrewdly engineered digital marketing strategy. Right now, Hypercharge's Twitter page laser focuses on Xbox to the exclusion of the other platforms it's playable on. The current banner photo specifically calls out Xbox players, urgently prospective players to vaguely sign up for something. Click through, you learn is a newsletter, blah, 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 blah. The pinned tweet, a post that stays at the top of a Twitter account's feed, regardless of the chronological order of the post, refers solely to the Xbox Series S. The bio is a call to action for Xbox players, with no mention of other platforms, as is textbook for pretty much every other game with a oh my God, Steven, take over, please. Why? What do you mean, why? Anyway, forget it. I'll just keep going. They just got to hear me talk like a terrible person. Not a terrible person. I know I can't talk. I cannot talk at all. I was just talking about the way I talk at work the other day. We were talking. I don't know how we got on that topic. Anyway, let's get back. Squirrel moment. Squirrel moment. Anyway, Who just texted me? Anyway. The bio is a call to action for Xbox players. Social media presence. If you want links to Hypercharge, Steam, or Nintendo eShop storefront pages, you'll have to first click through a link tree. Of course, that's the tweet. That is the pinned tweet right there. It says, "Dear Xbox fans, positive vibes. Let's make this tweet go viral. We are," and that they did. "We are 5 adults who are making our childhood dream game where you play as action figures. Retweet and retweet some more. If you like to become an action figure on the Xbox, sign up here." Video clips about Hypercharge gameplay has gone mega viral a few times over the past few months in the wake of a marketing push seemingly launched in the spring to build buzz for a potential Xbox release. Just this weekend, and I might get it on. Should I get it on? I'm gonna get it on Steam. Just this weekend, one such clip picked up more than 13 million views, thanks in part to cross-feed shares by popular game personalities with large followings like esports commentator Jake Lucky. This strategy essentially treating Hypercharge as if it's a totally new game makes sense, seeming as the game hasn't exactly taken off on existing platforms. According to Steam tracking database, Steam charts, Hypercharge's all-time max concurrence is less than 1,000 players, and while official metrics aren't publicly available for Nintendo's, while official metrics aren't publicly available for Nintendo's storefronts, it's just unclear how much the studio anticipated the recent buzz. Representatives for Digital Cybercherries did not respond to a request for comment in the time for publication. All right, let's continue reading. But intentional or not, the dividends are apparent. Digital Cybercherry says more than 20,000 people signed up for the newsletter last week. That's in addition to the videos that picked up millions of views and a relatively high level of engagement on its social media posts, which regularly garner thousands of likes. Of course, this level of attention regrettably has drawbacks. Last week, the studio released a statement calling out the toxicity it received regarding the lack of a specific release date. All right, that's all I'm gonna read. I'm getting tired of reading, y'all. I have not yet looked at gameplay on this, but I'm looking at pictures right now. Matter of fact, let me pull it back up. It definitely looks good. There we go. It definitely looks good for what I'm seeing. And again, you know what it reminds me of? Sarge Heroes, Army Men, all that kind of stuff. Nope, mute. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Yeah, this is just an 8-second clip. Definitely looks good. See, and I like simple shooters like that. I like simple shooters. And again, I'm not knocking other shooters that's out there like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and all that stuff. But sometimes just a simple shooter that's why I like Halo. It's like, even though it has all those, definitely a lot of upgrades now, and it's a little bit more complex than the original Halos, it's still a simple shooter. And it's definitely somewhat unique. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on this. And again, this is an old story, so hopefully, there might be some updates about this. But I'm definitely gonna keep my eye. Matter of fact, let me open Steam right now and see how much it costs. I keep saying I'm gonna buy these games and all that stuff. Like, for example, I've been talking about Squads lately. But and the main reason that Squads has caught my attention because there's this big mod for it. It's a Star Wars mod that I really want to play. But the game was like $50. And it was on sale for $40, but I didn't have the money in time. So let's see. How much does this game cost? What is it? Hypercharge. I am hyper and I'm charged. Oh, it's only $20? Of course, they have some DLC and all that kind of other stuff. But yeah, it's only $20. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me show y'all. If you watch the video version, you'll be able to see. But yeah, it's only $20. Oh, and they got a demo for it. Yep, like I said, it's $20 and they have a demo for it. So, oh yeah, I might be trying that this weekend. I'm not gonna download it right now, but because I'm starting to run out of room on my computer. But yeah, I might just be getting that. What you think, Steven? How'd it look to you? You think you could be in the game? Oh, you know what? Steven should be DLC for this game. Y'all know why. I mean, look at him. He'll fit perfect for the game. Don't you think, Steven? Right. You know what? We should do that. We should try to get their attention, try to get Steven on to that game, into Hypercharge. Let's try to get him to the game. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So the next story I want to talk about, which is kind of, I ain't gonna say it's weird, but at the same time, I'm also surprised they didn't do this sooner. Apparently, Nintendo is making anime now. Yes, I said that. Nintendo is making anime now because they have finally acquired their own anime studio. So this story is from comicbook.com. It was published on July the 14th, and it reads as follows. Nintendo has finally acquired its own anime studio. It looks like Nintendo is ready to expand its horizons. Earlier today, the video game company announced it has acquired an anime studio of its very own. According to the reports, Nintendo is looking to expand its visual library with the help from this new studio, and its artist has worked on some of anime's biggest titles in the last few years. Nintendo has acquired Dynamo Pictures now, and plans to rebrand the company as Nintendo Pictures moving forward. According to the reports, the deal was made in the hopes of developing visual content using Nintendo's IPs. Yeah. Nintendo Pictures will be tasked with the planning and production of visual content, including CG animation, for the foreseeable future. Of course, that workload could be dedicated to gaming, as Nintendo often includes cutscenes in its new games. However, this responsibility also leaves Nintendo Pictures open to full-blown anime projects. This includes films, OVA specials, and TV series if fans are lucky. And as Nintendo is currently exploring big screen deals with IP such as Mario, you can see why the company will be interested in overseeing its own anime projects in-house. Of course, Nintendo Pictures, or rather Dynamo Pictures from back in the day, has experience working on high-profile titles from Dragon Ball Superhero, oh nice, to Yuri on Ice, and even Earwig and The Witch. Dynamo Pictures has been a premier outsourced studio for anime's top production companies as of late. Now the team will get to take all of that experience and apply it to Nintendo titles. So if we can get a Kirby versus Perfect Cell short, well, I wouldn't say no. And that's me reading the actual, I was reading what it says on the story. Anyway, what do you think about the, anyway, yeah, you know what? This is actually cool. And I'm not even surprised either, because I'm surprised they didn't do this earlier or try to do something like this earlier, because when I play certain Nintendo games, they always give me like a small anime vibe, It just always give me an anime vibe. Like, I always wanted to watch a Legend of Zelda anime. That would be amazing. Or a Star Fox anime at that. I would love to see a Star Fox anime. That would be fire. What you think, Steven? That a Star Fox anime? Right. I know Star Fox is a fox, and I know you're a squirrel, but that would be fire. So I would definitely love to see that. Legend of Zelda. Oh, who we can get? We have again, the Mario coming out. We have Sonic now. We have the Pokemon moving, all that kind of stuff. We can get a Smash Bros movie. A Smash Bros cinematic universe. I know that's live action, but still, I mean, they can still put their part in there. They can still work together to do that. So we can get that. I know a lot of people have been joking about it, but shoot, it's not that. It's possible. It's just a lot of money has to be put into it. A lot of people have to be willing to do it, because that's a lot of. I mean, of course, Smash Bros. That's mainly Nintendo, but there's also other IPs on there too, such as Solid Snake, which I think they'd be down for. I think so, but Anyway, and of course Sonic, but I think Sonic, the Sega will be willing to do that. So, but yeah. But speaking of Smash Bros, this is a good transition to our next story. So, have y'all heard about the game Multiverses, which is was it Warner Brothers? I think. Yeah, Warner Brothers version of Smash Bros. They've been talking about it for a while now. Well, they finally announced the open beta for it, and this video is from IGA.com. It was published on the 14th. I thought it was the 16th, but that was today's date. I thought that was just y'all know what I'm trying to say. I saw the 16th up here, but that's just showing what today's date is. That wasn't the actual date of y'all know what I'm trying to say. And it reads as follows. Multiverses open beta release date confirmed alongside gameplay trailer featuring the Iron Giant. Multiverses early access will be available on July the 19th, which is today's the 16th, so it'll be available Tuesday. Nice. Multiverses, Warner Brothers games, and player first games, free-to-play crossover platform fighter featuring such characters as Batman, Superman, Bugs Bunny, Arya Stark, and Iron Giant will begin its open beta on July the 26th. Oh, so that's the 19 was the early access, but the 26th is for everybody. The open beta, still though, the open beta will be available on PlayStation 5 for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC with full cross-play support and dedicated server-based rollback netcode for robust online competition. Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to be playing on my next couple of streams possibly. Multiverses will also have early access period that will start on July the 19th and will be accessible by those who participated in the Multiverses closed alpha, which I did. If you're not a part of the alpha, you can earn a code via Twitch drops. You can learn more about the open beta and early access by visiting Multiverses FAQ. Iron Giant was featured in Multiverses open beta gameplay trailer and is part of the roster that includes Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Shaggy, Velma, Bugs Bunny. You know, all the characters that Warner Brothers own, and they own a huge catalog too. Tasmanian Devil, Arya Stark, Tom and Jerry, Jake the Dog, Finn the Human, Steven Universe, Garnet, and the original character Ring Dog. Multiverses open beta and early access will have 8 maps, including the Batcave, Adventure Time's Tree Fort, and Scooby's Haunted Mansion. There will also be a variety of game modes available, like the 2 versus 2 team-based co-op mode, 1 versus 1 matches, 4-player free for all, co-op versus AI matches, custom online lobbies, the lab practice mode, tutorials, and local play for up to 4 players. Ooh, I know what me and the boys doing when we get together. We're going to be playing this. In our Multiverses preview, we said that we came away from our time with the alpha extraordinary impressed. Gameplay wise, it's not as tight as any of the Smash Brothers games, but to be fair, it's also aiming to provide a type of experience that's very different for Smash Brothers or any other platform fighter for that matter. IGN's Mitchell Saltzman said, its 2 versus 2 mechanics are well designed and add new wrinkles to a familiar formula. Its rosters of characters is a wonderful mix of the new and the nostalgic, and its gameplay is immediately pick up and play friendly while still having plenty of tech for the more hardcore to dig into. So yeah, they've been talking about this game for months now, and I'm glad that it's starting to finally, it's going to be available soon and it's free to play. Of course, it's probably going to have microtransactions and all that kind of stuff. I know it, but come on now, if it comes out free to play, I don't mind microtransactions when it's free to play. It's when you pay $60 for it, and then all the stuff that you want to get into is hidden behind the microtransactions. You got to spend a lot of money on it. Diablo Immortal, but that's a whole other story. What you think, Steven? I know I made fun of you not having thumbs before, but come on now. Come on. You gonna let that go? You're not? Cool, you'll watch me play, and then you'll just put in your input, right, like usual. Ooh, I got the hiccups, y'all. Or I'm about to have the hiccups. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for that, because Smash Bros is a classic. That's definitely classic. Again, talk about childhood, first came out on the Nintendo 64. I thought it was so cool that Nintendo characters were fighting each other. And I just spit all over my mic and all that stuff. Lucky thing I'm the only one that uses this mic. Look. I'm about to have another squirrel moment, but y'all know Review Tech USA, right? Rich. His streams are funny, but sometimes he be doing some weird stuff. Like sometimes he'll fart on the mic and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm glad I don't use that mic. And even he said it himself because he buys a lot of mics or whatever. He was like, yeah, I can't sell this because they came across this video. That would be the most disgusting thing in the world. But no, yeah, talking about again childhood, just it's finally see something different. And again, Warner Brothers, they own a huge collection. So you got, like they say, you already got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Just imagine the other DC characters. They need to put Static Shock in there. Static Shock is being slept on. I'm sorry, but he's being slept on. But yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. And again, me and the boys, we're gonna get together or even play online. We're just gonna play it. So yeah. But speaking of Nintendo and Smash Bros and all that kind of stuff, that is going to segue into our last story. And this is a warning from Nintendo. Actually, this should be common sense, but even though I kind of did this recently, but I got tinted windows, so it helps a little bit. But anyway, don't do this. And it was in my book bag, so the book bag's very protective. But do not leave your Switch in the car. Do not leave your Switch in the car, because right now we're going through a heat wave. You do not want to leave your Switch in the car. You come out, you go back in your car, get it, and your Switch is melted. My Switch is melted. Oh my gosh. But no, seriously, this story is from Kotaku.com again. And this story was posted Tuesday. That just went by. I don't feel like doing the math, and it reads as follows. What's up, y'all? Y'all having a good one? Hold on, let me switch back. I hope everybody's having a good one right now. I hope everybody's being, I've been feeling good lately. I know I need to get back to the topic at hand, but I've been feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good. And even if you're not, I hope I can make your day better. I really hope. That's just like when I do all my Let's Plays. I always say, even if I only make one person day, then I complete my objective. So as long as I can make one person day, I did my job. I hope I can make everybody's day, but even if it's just only one person, that's why what me and Steven is here for. We love to entertain. We like to entertain y'all. And of course, yes, I would love to have, do content creation full time and make money off this. But at the same time, though, the reason why is because this is fun to me. And not only that, I'm super dedicated. This is like, I literally breathe content creation. When I say I literally breathe, I ain't gonna say literally, but when I say content creation is like, I'm just gonna keep saying this. I just love doing it. That should explain enough. Like literally, I can be at work and I get distracted because I've been in training the last few weeks because I got a new job. So if they're not really talking about much, I would literally, because my work desk is right there, which eventually when I move, that's gonna be my desk I use for content creation and whatnot. I would literally go back, roll back because I have a rolling chair. I will literally roll back to this computer and start editing. Or if I'm on my break, I'll literally just roll back and just start editing or doing whatever, coming up with ideas. So I really love doing this, and I hope everybody. And that's why I did that meeting I was talking about earlier with my aunt, because she said she wanted to start the podcast and all that kind of stuff. I just love doing it, and I like. Again, people been approaching me about, I want to start content creation, I want to start streaming, I want to start playing video games, doing Twitch and YouTube, Call of Duty content, all that kind of stuff. I always get approached about that. That's why right now I'm working on a video to show people how to start, because and this is gonna be kind of I ain't gonna say a complex video, but it'll be a well put together video. So so when people approach me about it, I don't mind telling them the process and all this stuff. It's a lot that goes behind it, but anyway, I'm sorry, y'all, we getting distracted. Anyway, back to Kotaku. Nintendo gives Switch warning as summer temperatures rise, and yes, it has been. The console manufacturer says it'll just switch itself off if it feels too hot. That is true. Even cell phones do it. While there are many parts of the world more used to hitting the likes of 95 degrees Fahrenheit, the rapid increase in global temperatures means such heat is becoming a factor somewhere else. So much so that Nintendo has just issued a warning not to play with your Switch once the thermometer hits the big numbers. The Nintendo Switch, it seems, is not designed to run when the surroundings hit 95 degrees, of course. Tweeting on its Japanese account as spotted by Eurogamer, the company explained the console should be used only between 5 to 35 degrees Celsius for the scant few countries that still base the temperature scale on 16th century guesses at the freezing point of an obscure brain. That works out to between 41 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. If the temperature of the main unit becomes too hot, it may sleep automatically to protect the main unit, explains Nintendo, translated by Twitter. Which is to say, playing in such sunshine isn't going to melt the chips inside, but rather just have the machine switch itself off to prevent anything worse from happening. It adds, if there is foreign matter or dust on the air intake / exhaust port of the main unit, remove it with a vacuum cleaner. For your safety, do not disassemble the main unit. Please don't. Heat waves are popping up all over the world right now. Kotaku HQ in New York is currently sweltering in 90 degrees. We're talking about New York here. Oh my gosh. While we're being issued governmental warnings for record-breaking temperatures, even on this most drizzly of hours where I'm based in UK. In both places, heat over what I'm now calling the Nintendo limit is expected early next week. Anyway, yeah. That should be self-explanatory. You should not be leaving you wouldn't leave your Xbox in the car, would you? You wouldn't leave your PlayStation in the car, would you? That being said, I ain't gonna lie, my Switch has been in my car for the last day or two. But it's been in the book bag and it's been in the my car has tinted windows. And I should know better. And that's why I finally took it out of my car, because it was in there for a few days, because I left it on my friend's house, my brother's house, and because two of my brothers live together. But when I finally went to pick it up, because I left it over there for some time, I had some stuff in my hand. Well, no. This was the day that I took Dusty out. That's the reason why I went to my brother's house, is to get my Switch, because it was in the book bag, and I brought Dusty with me. That was the reason why I left it in the car, because I was holding Dusty, but I also went to get some food. So I was holding both Dusty and my food, and Dusty kept moving in my hand, so it was it was a lot that was going on. That was the only reason why I left it in there. And because I don't drive that, I ain't gonna say I don't drive that often, but because I work from home now, I don't do that much driving anymore. So yeah, that's why I left it in there for a couple of days. I didn't even check to see if it worked anymore, but I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's fine. But don't make the same mistake I did. Don't leave it. Please do not leave it in the car. I was just lucky. Hopefully I'm lucky, because I had it in the book bag, which is the book bag that I have it in. It protects it from external temperature, but they only protect for so much. And of course, I have tinted windows, so that helps, But it still gets hot in that car. So I recommend, just like Nintendo say, do not leave your Switch in the car. Please do not leave your Switch in the car, especially like if you don't have tinted windows and they're just sitting there in the seat. First of all, you don't even want to be sitting out in the open anyway for somebody to break in your car and take it, because people still breaking cars. Trust me. My whatchamacallit, my Ring. They always say, hey, somebody just broke in my car and this, that, and whatnot. So, yeah, yeah. You don't want nobody breaking your car and trying to take it. And then now we got the heat that's trying to cook us and take our lives. Just don't leave it in the car. Please don't leave it in the car. Take care of your stuff, because technology is expensive. Ain't that right, Steven? Okay, I know your mic is cheap. I know your mic was like $5, but come on, technology is still expensive. Come on, we can both agree to that, right? Right. Why you gotta make everything so difficult? No, okay, all right, whatever, Steven. I love you too. Anyway, now we're to the IRL portion of the podcast, which IRL stands for in real life. And this is the part of the podcast where I talk about a news story that can affect people in real life. Now, granted, the other stories I talk about is, of course, real stuff that's happening, but it's mostly entertainment stuff. But this is about real stuff, and it could be stuff that's going on somewhere around the world, or it could be somewhere that's going on locally around my hometown or whatever, in which, in this case, this is about something in my hometown, in Henrico County. And apparently, which I kind of knew about this already, but there are shortages of teachers in Henrico schools, in which I'm not even surprised. And this is from NBC12.com, and it reads as follows. And this was posted on the 14th, so 2 days ago. Henrico schools teachers shortage intensifies. The school division is looking to fill hundreds of job vacancies before the school year. Yeah, it's already July, and apparently Henrico starting their school year early this year, because usually it starts like the second week of September, or like a couple days in September. Now it started in August. So yeah, they need to hurry up because we're in the middle of July right now. Excuse me. Time is ticking. Yep, time is ticking as Henrico schools race to fill hundreds of job vacancies for the fall. The school division is looking to hire around 200 teachers. Oh, that's a little bit larger than it's been in years past. Henrico Schools Talent Acquisition Ambassador Kenya Jackson said. Jackson attributes many factors to the dire shortage. There are a lot of different things. I think COVID has definitely exacerbated teacher vacancies with the expansion of opportunities from the virtual setting, relocation, health, and mental health. Yeah. And just some of the societal changes. It's just been a lot, Jackson said. Jackson says it's not just teachers; they need bus drivers too. Jackson says they're looking to hire around 50 drivers. She says the school division will help drivers with training, and candidates are not required to have their commercial driver's license when they apply. Jackson says the shortage of bus drivers has caused an impact on school transportation. Sometimes there may have to be double routes. We have a lot of our parents transport their students, so we have to assess that, Jackson said. Thursday afternoon, Henrico Schools hosted a job fair at the Verona Library. Dozens turned out to learn about openings, qualifications, and pay. The average starting salary for Henrico teachers is around $50,000. That's okay. Okay, although I think they deserve a little bit more. Bus drivers, I know some places around the world is way less than that. I know some teachers that do like they make 30,000, don't make that much. School drivers could start at just over 35,000 and receive up to 3,000 sign-on bonuses. Despite the struggle to hire, Jackson remains hopeful the spots will be filled by the start of the school year set for September. Okay, so they are starting in September. Okay. We will have a plan in place to make sure students get what they need, Jackson said. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And I've been hearing about these shortages a lot because my sister, she used to work for Henrico Schools. And was a teacher's aide. So, and because she's a teacher aide, she don't get paid as much as teachers, because anyway, that's a whole nother story. But my sister's been working really hard to get a house. So, and if she was making that much money, she probably would have a house by now. But yeah, she's been working really hard to get a house. But yeah, I believe it, because after COVID, that changed a lot of things. And and kids nowadays, oh my gosh, I thought kids was bad when I was going to school. You see these videos out here. Excuse me. These teachers cussing out, teachers do cuss out the students, but these students be ready to fight teachers, be fighting them and cussing them out and all that kind of stuff. I would not want to be a teacher, because somebody's child will get hurt. I'm serious. Somebody's child will be hurt, because I be hearing the mouths of some of these kids. I'll be like, you're not gonna talk to me that way. And then they get up in my face. It's done. I'm gonna be in jail real quick. Steve, you think you could be a teacher? Nah, cause they would drive you nuts. Steven, I had to. I had to. But I hope, we definitely need teachers. Teachers are important because they're the ones that's teaching the new generation. Teachers are needed, and they definitely need to get paid more. I mean, $50,000 a year. That's higher than what I'm used to seeing, but I always hear that teachers don't get paid that much. I will say Henrico does pay their employees pretty well, but I know every other place, like smaller cities, all that stuff, or even the bigger ones, like Richmond City. I live in Richmond, technically Henrico, but anyway, I don't want to get into that. That's a little too complicated. But like, for example, because I don't know if I told you this story, but I was once trying to become a police officer. But Henrico police officers, they get paid like almost $50,000 a year, whereas Richmond City police officers, it was in the upper 30s. But I'm like, really, y'all should have more money and resources. I mean, granted, they have more stuff they got to take care of, but still. So, but yeah, I hope we get some more teachers and we get some more bus drivers, because when it comes to the kids, that's important. That's what we need to invest in, our education, and in the kids. Because if the kids can't get to school, and of course, this is putting a strain on the drivers that we have now, have to do double routes. So, and the kids got to get to school. And of course, if you get to school late, whether it's the bus fault or whatever, whoever fault, the kids going to get a tardy and they get punished for it. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. And I'm going to have to wrap this podcast up soon because my stomach is hurting because I am hungry. But we're at the end anyway, because that was my last story. And then we're going to get to SMU, which is Squirrel Moments University, which is the portion of the podcast where I like to give life advice such as, mental health, relationships, physical health. I don't really give financial advice. I might give a little basic financial advice, but I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to give financial advice. But anything I feel like that would help any of y'all out, whether you're a child, whether you're a teenager, whether you're a young adult, or, you're my age, which I'm 28 right now, or even older. Even if you're older, I feel like the stuff that, I feel like the stuff that I talk about on here can help somebody out. So, but before we get to Squirrel Moments University, yeah, I hope those openings get, because what they say over how many teachers, around 200 teachers. That's a lot of teachers that we need. That's a lot of teachers that we need. So, and of course they say they're trying to get bus drivers, around 50 bus drivers. So if we don't get those bus drivers and those teachers, of course, if we don't have the bus drivers, the kids can't get to school. And then, of course, if you don't got the teachers, I mean, that should be self-explanatory. But anyway, so going to Squirrel Moments University. Again, I already explained what Squirrel Moments University is. Here is today's lesson. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? And this is so simple, but yet so important. Y'all ready? Let me get this sip of water real quick. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Time can also be an investment. I'm going to say that again. Time can also be an investment. Now, usually when we talk about, when people talk about investing, the first thing we think about is money or finances. We think about the stock market and all that kind of stuff. Or if we talk about investment, again, yes, financial, we might be talking about, saving money towards a house or whatever. That's an investment. A house is an investment. A vehicle is an investment. Depending on how you look on it, it's a depreciating investment, but depending on how you're using it, it's an investment. But time is also an investment. And I think time is also a more bigger investment than money, of course. And this is what I mean by this. What was I to say? Oh yeah. So of course I recently upgraded my equipment, right? The microphone and all that kind of stuff, right? In the last episode of the podcast, while the audio sounds good, it still was wonky. Like you can hear still like a little, like that sound that's in the back, whatever. And it just got to me. It didn't sound bad, but because I know where I want my content to be, because I know what I want the quality of my content, where I know what I want it to be, it just irritated me so bad. So I literally looked up and like for hours, I was looking up videos. I mean, it didn't really take me that long to fix it, but I literally was sitting down, making adjustments and all that kind of stuff, learning how to use the filters and all that kind of stuff. So that way you don't hear that hissing in the background, because again, the quality of my content is very important. And for all my content creators that's out there, and I know I'm always talking about content creation, but that's what I relate to the most. Time is important. Sometimes you got to sit down. Sometimes the best investment is not buying the equipment, but learning how to use it. taking the time to sit down and learn some stuff. Like everything that I'm doing now, from how I learned how to do this podcast, how to use OBS, all this kind of stuff. And again, as I was talking to my aunt about, there's plenty of videos out there. There's plenty of forums that's out there that has the knowledge on how to do this, on how to do that, and this, that, and whoop. And also I was learning how to use Adobe Audition, which is audio editing software, which I know how to use, but I know how to use the older version. I know how to use the older version because that's what we used to use when I was in high school, when I was in radio broadcasting and journalism. So of course it's much newer now. And of course, just because I know how to use something doesn't mean there's nothing else to learn. There's always something else to learn. So I literally took time. Like I remember the other day, I was up past a couple of hours learning how to do certain things, learning how to do new things in Adobe Audition because I want my audio to sound good. Well, no, that was for another project, which I'm not going to talk about yet. I'm going to keep that a surprise. But, as y'all listening, my audio sounds so much better. It sounds so much better. Like me and Steven was having a conversation about it. And Steven was like, you know what? You're very dedicated. You're very obsessed. You did say that. You did. Oh my God, Steven, don't get the line over here. Okay, I'm about to say, yeah, please fix yourself because we would literally had that conversation the other day. You were talking about my obsession with this stuff. It's literally an obsession, y'all. And it's like, but it's a fun obsession, and it's a healthy one too. It's a healthy obsession. But yeah, time can be an investment. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and learn. Sometimes you just gotta sit down, look up some videos, look up whatever. Use your time wisely. It don't even gotta be content creation related. Ooh, content creation related. Content creation related. Content creation related. Content creation related. I'm sounding like one of those rappers on the XXL freestyle. No, I just dropped a video, y'all. It was my reaction to I think I talked about it earlier, but the XXL freestyle, y'all should go ahead and check that out. But it took me a couple days to edit that. But anyway, yeah, sometimes it's not even just content creation related. It could be school. That's an investment itself. You're investing that time because you're not making money off school right away. You're not. That's time that you're investing. So time can be an investment. If you learn how to use your time wisely, I think, in my honest opinion, I think time is a better investment than money. I know it don't sound like that don't make no sense, but you got to put the time in. You just got to put the time in. Just like you put the work in, you got to put the time in. Just like you put the money in, you got to put the time in. So I just want to give that quick advice because, again, it's just something simple. It's just something simple to give y'all. What you think, Steven? Don't you think time is important? Right. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. We're at the end of the podcast. Again, I appreciate everybody that support my podcast, whether you're listening to the audio version, which is on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, what's the other one? Google Podcasts and all this stuff. Hopefully y'all give it a good rating. Hopefully it's 5 stars or however the rating system works. I want 5 stars, but I want y'all to be honest. But I prefer 5 stars. We prefer 5 stars, right, Steven? Right. And then also, if you're watching the video version, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and drop a comment. All that stuff. Go ahead and share. That's the biggest thing, y'all. Please, I would like for y'all to share to share my podcast, my videos, whatever content that you're watching. Go ahead and share that. That is the biggest way that y'all can help. Y'all can also make a donation as well to my Cash App, which is $Irving TV. Again, you're not obligated to, but I appreciate it if you do. Following my social medias, and even just listening to the audio version, I get paid from that. I don't get paid a lot. I haven't hit $1 yet, but we're getting close to $1. Yay! We're getting close to $1. But yeah, that's the biggest way that y'all can support me. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube and stuff. I'm getting close to 400. I'm at 360 something right now. So, hold on, 50s? I don't even know no more. I just know I'm getting up there. So I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So that way we can do that spicy noodle challenge, So yeah, I appreciate everybody that support us I'm sure that Steven appreciated. Don't you appreciate everybody's support? Right, Steven. Yep. We appreciate all the support. Oh, also, Steven, do you have anything else to say before we wrap this up? You like nuts? I bet both y'all and Steven. I keep want to call you Dusty. I need to stop that. I bet Steve, I bet you and everybody else hates when I keep making nut jokes. What? I gotta shoot the rope sometime. All right, y'all. That's the end of the podcast. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting us, and as usual, promoting peace, gaming, and wings.